And I'd like to move on to the 2020 audit of the Dutchess County LDC at this time. Marilyn and Linda Hannigan, if you could please start the discussion.
Hi, Linda.
Good morning, everyone. We're going to review the financial statements for the Dutchess County Local Development Corporation. The most important part of our financial statements is the auditor's opinion, and the auditor's opinion states that your financial statements are fairly stated in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. That is what we call a clean opinion. That's on pages 1 and 2. The required supplementary information known as the management's discussion and analysis is on pages 3 through 5. It gives you highlights of the year, and it also gives you a comparison of 2020 over 2019. Your net assets overall increased almost $63,000. The total assets were $3,200,000. We had approximately $18,000 of liabilities, resulting in a net position of nearly $3.2 million. In 2020, we ended the year with an increase of, as I said, $63,000. Our revenues increased slightly by almost $24,000 to $1,031,000. Our expenses increased also slightly by $27,000, and giving us an operating income of $29,000. And we had non-operating income of interest of approximately $34,000. Also included in the MD&A is a summary of the 2 projects approved during the year, one for Vassar College and one for Art College. On page 5 is the complete statement of net position. It shows in detail the total assets and liabilities and net position. On page 6 is the statement of revenues, expenses, and changes in net position. Here you'll see, while the overall revenue was fairly close, there was a change in the makeup. There was a much higher amount of administrative fees in 2020, approximately $500,000 more, while service contract revenue dropped to $200,000, a drop of approximately $425,000. That pertains in particular to the board's decision to forego the payments to the IDA. In operating expenses, we had an increase of approximately, as I mentioned, $25,000, bringing that to $1 million, just over $1 million, and our operating income resulted in $29,000. Plus our interest income gave us $63,000 in overall increase in that position. The statement of cash flows shows the receipts and disbursement of funds. There was a small increase in cash in 2020 of approximately $7,000. The footnotes, which contain detail of your accounting policies and your significant accounts, goes from pages 8 to 11. It also gives you detail of the transactions with related parties, being the IDA. Following that is the supplemental information. There is the schedule of conduit debt. And following that, the interest, the employment information for your various projects. There are, at the printing of this report, there were several bond confirmations that were outstanding, which we since received.
Can I comment on that, Linda?
Sure.
There were 4 outstanding at the time that this draft was done, but we have received them all now. So the last one came in yesterday. I'll be giving that updated information to Shannon and then a clean draft with all of the LDC information and bond information, and it will be given to the full board.
Mhm. Right. Following the supplementary information is the report required under government auditing standards, which covers report on internal control and compliance with laws and regulations. We have no findings to report, and that's noted on page 17. Are there any questions with regard to the financial statement package? Also included and sent to the board was a board report, which includes required communications. If there were any entries, there would be there, and any findings, of which we have none. So I want to thank Sarah and Marilyn for a very efficient audit that was done remotely, and the fact that there are no journal entries is an indication of the quality of your accounting records.
Thank you.
It's rare,
Thank you.
very rare.
If nobody has any additional questions or comments, I'd like to make the recommendation that this audit be presented to the full board at next week's meeting. Sarah, do we have any old business or new business?
No, nothing to consider.
Okay, then I want to thank everybody for participating this morning. I know it was a little bit at a different time. I appreciate everyone being flexible with their schedule, and I'd like to conclude the meeting of the Dutchess County LDC Audit and Finance Committee meeting.
Thank you.